Well, Ed, let's go down to Michigan Avenue, ask 10 people who is the world #1 ranked golfer, and they will not give us all the same answer.
Well, I would say 8 of those people probably say Tiger Woods, even though he's not #1 right now. It's a revolving door. With every new week, new #1 team.
At this point, does it really matter?
Well, I think on one level, it's good for the game because it adds a layer of suspense to a tournament. Who's going to be the #1 that week? You're kind of watching that, trying to figure out who is going to be #1.
See, I like the fact that we have this situation now, that we have different players vying for the top spot, whether people know about it, and how is it computed?
Well, that's the big thing. I mean, I don't even think the guys who invented the system really know how it works. A lot of geometry and algebra and stuff that's way above my head.
Plus, you know, normally when you're in ranking systems, you have to win. College basketball, winning. College basketball, college football.
Well, golf
but
is
they
a
win.
little-
But golf is different.
Well, golf is a little different because you can finish in third and still make a lot of money and still have that considered to be a successful week. But it does help to win, and that's what's adding confusion to this thing because people don't know how the guy got there.
Right. So we know Tiger Woods was up there for years, right? Well, now things have changed. You had Martin Keimer, you had Lee Westwood, you have Graham McDowell, Luke Donald that had a chance recently. Phil Mickelson's had a chance. He's never been #1. It seems like that's what he's always wanted to, fight for. But in the end, again, I think until a season is over, at this point, I don't know how much difference it really makes.
You know, it was a lot easier when Tiger Woods was #1 for a long time, and now you're trying to figure out who #1 is, and you're not necessarily believing that guy's the #1 player in the world.
All right, but to the general public, I think there's probably that misconception of who the #1 player is. Does it really matter at this point? My personal feeling is I like seeing different guys fighting for a #1 spot. I think it's good for the game that you have so many players, so many young players, fighting for a chance to be the world's #1 ranked golfer.
Well, you can make the other argument that it's always better when you have a dominant player in any sport, whether it's the Yankees, the Lakers, or Tiger Woods. People identify with #1 being the #1, and it's always better when you get that top dog, so to speak.
Well, it's a long season. We'll see what happens.